I cut my hair. I cut my hair. Here's the lesson, because there's a beautiful parable here. Okay, long story short, I just had to cut it. You know, just the extra ends, they had to go. There was damage, there was breakage, there were some setbacks, and I couldn't allow those dead ends to just ruin the growth and the full picture and beauty of, my crown. Somebody needs to hear this, and there are times in my life where I needed to hear this or be reminded of this, so I'm sharing this right now. How can you truly experience a healthy, bigger picture of life and experience true growth as long as you are holding on to what's broken, to what is damaged, to what needs to go, to the unhealthy parts of your life? How can you? How can you soar? How can you grow? How can you see this beautiful fullness of life, this beautiful life, if you're holding on to those people, those things, those mindsets, even those bad habits, those places, just all of these things that are causing an unhealthy mind, unhealthy thoughts? All of that is affecting the health of your mental space, your emotional well-being, and as I always say, which are both directly connected to your physical being. Okay, there are people and places and things and ideas and all just things that are in our lives that are causing stagnation of growth, that are delaying the growth of ourselves, our hearts, our minds, our preparing, our learning. All of us, we need to be preparing for what's next in life, and sometimes it's a task, and sometimes it's exciting and it's not, and sometimes it's a little bit of both. But how can we move forward if we're holding on to those toxic people and things? How can we? Now, let's go back to my hair. There were some parts, I cut about 4 inches off, okay? There were some parts that were really good, but there were other parts that just, they needed to go. They were causing the rest of my hair to not be healthy. And sometimes I would just cut just little by little so that just everything can just be healthy and even, but no, it was just time, and God even let me know, just cut it all off, let it go. So let's relate that back to our lives, okay? Sometimes we're holding on to people and things, but we're going to focus on people right now, because right now this is most important. We're holding on to people, and we're finding it hard to let them go, and we think to ourselves, okay, little by little, I'll just let them go little by little. But yet still they're in your life. They're still causing brokenness in your heart, in your thoughts, in your mind, in your health, in your life. They still are affecting the bigger picture and the fullness and the beauty in your life. Same thing with hair. When you have those dead ends that are just breaking, and it's causing damage, the full picture, you can't even fully experience the full potential of your hair, because you have those broken pieces that just keep splitting up, and they're breaking, and they're just, your hair can't even be what it's supposed to be, what it's meant to be. It's the same in your life. And for those of you, and this is me too, so for those of us who are still holding on, and we're just like, okay, little by little, we still have those brokenness causing, damage causing, life delaying people still attached to our lives. And it's making us unhappy. It's making us feel unsettled. It's destroying or disrupting our peace of mind, our mental health, and our emotional well-being. So instead of just letting them go little by little, why they still cause damage, just like those split ends were, sometimes you just gotta let them go, cut it all off, okay? Let them go, just abruptly, bluntly cut them off, okay? You have to let them go. And then that way you will begin to see the potential. You will get to see, a brand new beautiful picture. Sometimes it's not even just, it's a process. No, it's as soon as you let those people go, beautiful new picture. Already feel better. You feel lighter. You feel healthier. Things are smoother in your life. I'm not just talking about hair. So let me say this really quick, because I told you that I cut about 4 inches of this hair off. There were some parts that were still good, and there were some parts that were not. Let's go back to that, okay? Sometimes we hold on to people because of those parts that were good, or at least we thought were good. Those experiences, certain characteristics. Oh, they're funny. Oh, they're cool. They're still nice to talk to. And you're not really focusing on those parts that were not good. Okay? Sometimes it's those parts that were not good. How they continue to betray you. How they put you down. How they're jealous of you and envious of you. And they allow that jealousy and envy to affect your relationship, to affect how they treat you badly. They're abusive, verbally, mentally, psychologically, emotionally. You dismiss those bad parts because you're holding on to the so-called good parts, when the bad parts are the very evidence, the very reasons why you should just let the whole person go. Let all the ends go. Let all the ends go. Let all the ends go. All the damaged ends, all the brokenness, let it all go. Okay? Don't keep them around. Sometimes we try to hold on to hair, even if it's broken, because of length. Sometimes we try to hold on to people, even though the relationship is broken, because of a lengthy history with them. And I always say this, okay? So please listen to this. A history does not equal healthy. Same thing with this hair. Having all that history on here doesn't mean that the fullness of it was healthy. So I wasn't going to just cut little bits and pieces off like I typically do. I wasn't going to just do it little by little. All of it had to go. Sometimes a new start, an abrupt new start is what we need.